first and foremost, thank you guys for giving up your time to come out. It's a very good choice that you've decided to come out and listen to Seth talk. He is an incredible human being, and you're going to take a lot of value from everything that he's got to talk to you guys about tonight, whether it's fitness, whether it's what he has experienced in business, and for most of us, what he's experienced through challenges in different parts of his life. You guys are in for one hell of a treat. So very happy to have so many of you come out here tonight. So a couple of things. Firstly, the way that tonight's going to work is Seth's going to come out in a second. He's going to give you guys pretty much just his background story. So the kind of Seth Feroce story of where he started right up to how he got to the place he is now. An IFBB pro bodybuilder, runs his own apparel company, All American Roughneck, runs his own supplement company, Access Sledge Supplements. So he's going to give you a little bit of a Kentucky tour of the Seth Feroce life up until this point. He's going to do that for probably 20 to 30 minutes. And then we're just going to open it up for Q&A, for question and answer. So we want to get really interactive with you guys. It's your opportunity to ask him anything that you want to ask him. Nothing is off limits. That's one thing that Seth is really big about. If you want to ask him questions about his personal life, if you want to ask him questions about drugs, if you want to ask him questions about supplements, bodybuilding, he will answer anything, and he will not pull punches. He's not going to censor anything. He's going to tell you guys the truth. It's going to be raw, so it's unlike any seminar that we've ever held before, that we've ever been involved with before. So make sure that if you do have questions that you want to ask him, this is your opportunity to do it, and it's going to be incredibly valuable for those of you who do ask questions. And then if you don't want to ask questions, just listening is going to be awesome as well. Then what we're going to do is we're going to hang around for a little bit, and if you guys want to come up and take a photo with Seth, if you want to ask him any one-on-one questions, you're more than welcome to do that. We do have, obviously he's here for Access Sledge, which is his supplement company. So for those of you who haven't taken advantage of the sup deal tonight, if you pick up any 2 Access Sledge supplements, you can mix and match as you please. You're going to get a piece of All American Roughneck apparel for free, exclusive, straight from the Columbus Arnold in the USA for free. And then those of you who do have a piece of All American Roughneck apparel and have bought a couple of his supplements are more than welcome to come to the HIT Center for the workout, which is going to be after the seminar, and the seminar and I guess the meet and greet has finished. So we're planning to get down there about 8:30. Based on how we went on Monday night in Melbourne, it was a little bit later than that. But if you're willing to hang around and you want to come and hit a workout with us, you're more than welcome to do that at the HIT Center as well. Couple of housekeeping things. We are recording tonight's seminar in full, and it's going to go on the Massivejoes YouTube channel, so you guys will notice there's a bunch of cameras set up. If you need to get up and go to the bathroom, try not to walk in front of the cameras, else the back of your head will be on the seminar footage, so try and walk behind around the cameras if you need to. Those of you standing up in the back, we do have a couple of seats if you guys want to come and have a seat, more than welcome, but you have to do it now. No one wants to take a seat? All right, you guys are cool. Just hang out the back there. And that's pretty much it. That's how we're going to run tonight. So as I mentioned to you guys, thank you for giving up your time. It's going to be an awesome seminar. Without further ado, let me introduce Seth Feroce. Oh, yes.
Hey, guys. Hell of an intro. Awesome. Oh, shit. I feel really special. I'm mic'd up and everything.
I know. You got the reverberation happening.
All right. Good. So everybody can hear me. Thanks for coming. Like Joe said, this is my first time in Australia. Learning a bunch of slang terms I get to take home with me. Going to insult everybody at home without them knowing it. It's going to be great. So, like Joe said, I am very fortunate to be in this position. Apparel business, supplement company, thriving social media sensation, all kind of cool shit going on. And with the seminars that we do, or I have done, very rarely do I leave my hometown. You know, I don't travel very much. I'm a homebody, but this was something that was on my bucket list of things to do, and I didn't know when I was going to get an opportunity, but now being here, I'm traveling the fucking world, you know, pushing my supplement company, doing things that are just unreal. But whenever we do seminars, I like them to be upfront, I like them to be blunt, I like them to be fucking intense. I like people to be able to like feel some shit, just like you guys see in the videos. Like that's why we're here. You guys watch all these videos, that's why they have hundreds of thousands of hits. You like them because I'm raw, I'm intense, there's no bullshit to nothing. So first out of the gate, the swearing. Why am I like this? With this seminar, you're gonna get to know like how I became this person. Why am I like this? Why am I such a foul-mouthed fuck? Why is everything like this? So it's gonna be a little intense. Sorry if I'm insulting you, but I stopped caring about shit a while ago. So why this? It's because like, I don't just say like, I like something. But I fucking love it. I eat it up. Everything that you see me do it with such passion, desire, fucking intensity. I love it. Because if I'm just like, I don't look at anything that I do as very lightly. So whenever I do something, there is so much enthusiasm, so much love for it, that it just comes out this way. Because, like I said, I'm not gonna waste my time on something that I kinda like. You know, I don't think that way. So I don't act that way, because then there's a hole in me, and then it's fucking pointless in my opinion. So, we'll get into like how I became this person. So, I grew up loving bodybuilding. Loved it. I grew up in a beautiful home with a nice family. My mom raised me to be this wonderful, good kid. My dad was the hard-working motherfucker. Hard as a motherfucker. Dude, all he knows how to do is work. So I had a great mix of both of them. But when I was young, they told me, when I was like 10, 11, 12, 13 years old, they told me I could be anything I wanted to in the world. Anything at all. And I'm like, cool, I really don't know what I want to be, but whenever I find out what I want to be, it's going to feel great. So 15, 16 years old, I wanted to be a pro bodybuilder. Wanted to do it. And I was excited to tell them, and excited to tell everybody about my hopes and dreams of becoming a pro bodybuilder. And of course, everybody told me I was a fucking moron. You know how hard that is, right? And I'm like, well, yeah, but you told me I could, and I thought I was special. So let's do it. So, needless to say, of everybody that said any type of bullshit or said it was dumb or stupid or whatever, I still loved it. It made me feel good inside. So, I was into bodybuilding, the gym, and fitness, and looking good, feeling good, all that shit. And I fell in love with pro bodybuilding. But everybody knows that pro bodybuilding was a little bit of fakeness. There was like a shield, a guard over top of it. And it was the fact that like, I'd go to an expo and I'd want to learn about it, and they just tell me to eat chicken and rice, or steak and potatoes, and work really hard, kid. I'm like, no fucking shit. You told me that already, I know that. What about like the other side of bodybuilding? Like the steroids? Because I'm looking at fucking 330-pound Ronnie Coleman, and he kind of looks like an alien. There was this fucking huge, enormous hole that no one was talking about. No one. There was no information about it. No one wanted to talk about it. It was like the unknown. And everybody just said, like, you could ask Ronnie Coleman or ask somebody in the industry, and they'd be like, I don't take steroids. The fuck you mean you don't take steroids? Look at you. I know a guy at my gym that takes steroids, and he is fucking nowhere near you. There was that hole, and it really pissed me off. I was like, I wanna fill it. So even whenever I was 17, 18 years old, I saw that hole, and it pissed me off because I realized that it's gonna be on me. I'm gonna have to learn, I'm gonna have to take them, I'm gonna have to do it all, and that's why in the videos, Steroids, Drugs, and Life, that video is what put us here. That's like the #1 video everyone has seen. Everybody in here seen it? Yeah, and I'm like, it's personal decision, and treat yourself like a science experiment. I fully fucking understood at that point that I have to treat my body like a science experiment. And if I'm a C- fucking student, I'm gonna get C- results. Pretty simple, logical way to look at things. So I knew that, and I was like, okay, so I'm gonna do this, and I did all my research, and then I became my own fucking science experiment, and I had to learn, and with learning, that involves fucking up. Because when you fuck up, you're like, oh, I shouldn't do that again. So that was that side of things why you see me like this and why I'm not afraid to talk about things. That's a little bit of it. So I went on to it, did all that, and from long story short, I turned pro in 2009 at NPC Nationals in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. I won my pro card, and then at that time, I had no fucking money. I just wanted to be a pro bodybuilder. I had a kid, I had a wife, and I knew that I had to put everything on the fucking line to win that show to start to begin to fulfill my dream. Because in 2009, social media really didn't exist. A little bit of Facebook, but no fucking Instagram, YouTube, nope. It was all based on sponsorships. Muscle tech, muscular development. That was where it was for me. I knew that if I turned pro in 2009 at NPC Nationals, I would get a contract. And I had no money at the time. Like, bro, I was brokered in a motherfucker. Most bodybuilders are. So I turned pro. I got a contract with Muscle Tech. It was paying me $3,500 a month. And I turned pro and won that. And then I got a contract with Muscular Development for $1,500 a month. Something like that, I think. 1,000 or 15. Oh, I was starting to make some money. $5,000 a month, and I didn't make any before. So it was great, that was a positive. But what happened was, I was a young, clean-cut white kid. Who buys supplements? Young, clean-cut white kids. So I was like the great white hope. I didn't really like that, but I didn't have a fucking choice. I had to do what I was told. I had no fucking money. I didn't have a choice. So I did it. I was with Muscle Tech, great sponsor. Loved them, really good people. But I fell into that category and I started doing as I was told. Okay, you're gonna do this, you're gonna do this, you're gonna do this. And I really didn't get a chance to talk about anything because I was being told what to do. And even though I didn't like it, I had to fucking do it. So, another long story, kind of short. We can ask some questions in between if you need to. A lot of little stories in here. But after that, in 2012, I did the Toronto Pro Show as an open class, and I shit the fucking bed. Horrible show, dude. At that time, my life wasn't going very well, my personal life at home with my wife at the time. Was not good. Bodybuilding just shit the bed. At that time, I was making bigger money. I had my Muscle Tech contract, and it increased to $5,000 a month. And then I had my muscular development contract, which also increased to $5,000 a month. So I'm making $120,000 a year. It's pretty good fucking money for somebody who didn't have money like 2 years ago. Lost that show, didn't do well. I had never lost up until that point. Never. So I didn't take too kindly to it. I just kind of folded and started blaming everybody else for all my fucking problems. For anything that happened at that show, it wasn't my fucking fault, it was Hani's fault. It was your fault, it was her fault, it was that guy's fault. It was everybody's fault but my own because I lost my shit. So then after that, they told me, you should go do the Sarasota 212 show. And I'm like, okay, fuck it, I gotta go do it. So I went and did it, and then I fucking lost that show too. I took way too many drugs, over-dieted, and just fucked my body up. Ran it into the ground. So then I got a letter 3 days later from Muscular Development that said, we're no longer going to employ you, we're revoking your contract, we're not gonna pay you your $60,000 a year. And I'm like, oh, fuck. So then at that point I was like, fuck this shit, I'm done, I don't wanna do it, fuck bodybuilding, my home life is a mess, I'm leaving. I'm leaving something that I had such passion for, that I loved since I was a fucking teenager. I'm done with it. I'm gonna fix my home life. I'm gonna fucking go get a job. I'm gonna be okay, and it's gonna be this. I'm done with the bodybuilding. I tried, I lost, fuck it. Man, really intense. So I went and got a job. I was working for my buddy, building fences out in the heat, doing hard labor, and then I started my own landscape company because I didn't want to build fences for him. I wanted to do my own thing, so I started doing landscape. Did that for about 2.5 years, and I started to fucking hate that. Didn't make me happy. I didn't like it. So then I started looking for a job in safety, because I have a safety degree from, as what I went to college for, so it's all occupational safety health. That's what it is. So back in the States, I was looking and I found a job as a consultant, paying decent money, and I traveled doing that. Construction, oil and gas, manufacturing, production, all that. And then I got bored with that and fucking hated that. And at that time, I wanted to get back into bodybuilding. I started feeling, I was like, I fucking hate everything. I don't like my home life still. I don't like landscaping. I don't like safety. I fucking love bodybuilding. I loved it. I still loved it. And I was like, man, I'm going back. At that time, I got a phone call. I called Jason Ha because I was having some hormone issues. And I said, Jay, I was like, bro, I'm fucking messed, dude. Can you help me? And he's like, yeah, man. He's like, so he got me on a little bit of a program, got me back in the gym training. And then he's like, did you ever think about coming back to the industry? I'm like, you know, dude, I was just thinking of that. Like, yeah. And he's like, I think you do really well. And I'm like, you think so? And he's like, bro, the industry needs people like you. He's like, it's changed. Social media has changed everything. And I'm like, you're fucking killing it, aren't you, bro? And he's like, yeah, I am. I'm like, oh man, it could be pretty cool. And he's like, I think you should come back. So I thought about it for a while, but I said to myself, if I come back into the industry, if I come back into it, I gotta have something of my own. Because I got shit on in a heartbeat. If I come back, I want something that's mine, and I want it to have something that fucking means something that has some weight, something that I can get behind, have passion for, and get people to fucking feel it too. Like, that's what I wanted. And I was like, at the time I was working as a consultant, I was driving all around thinking about all this shit in 2015, and I was like, I work with hard-working motherfuckers every single day. Guys that work construction, oil and gas, production, manufacturing. I work in the fabric of America. Blue collar as fuck. People that all they dream about is going to work, having a nice house, having their kids play sports, taking them on vacations to fucking Disneyland, and they don't give a fuck how hard they have to work. If it's 10 hours, 12 hours, 14 hours a day, they're doing it because all they want is the American dream. They just want to be able to provide for their family and love the fuck out of them. That's it. Every single place I went, that's what I saw. And I'm like, I'm the same fucking way. Little did I know, it's the same fucking thing here as well. It's the same thing all over the fucking world. Everybody's felt it. There was just no name for them. It was the All American Roughneck. That's who they were. That's what it was. I love my country. Just like why I love you guys so much, and you guys are proud to be Australians. That's why we get along, because there is a common bond of that feeling. So I was like, man, if I come back, I'm gonna be fucking me. I'm not gonna be anybody that told me anything else. I'm gonna be me. I'm gonna do what I love. I'm gonna say what I wanna say. I'm not gonna have anybody say it. I'm not gonna have anybody hold me back, and I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want. Oh man, you got some balls, motherfucker, because nobody does that. Not one person, or one guy, Rich Piana. He's the only other person. He started paving the way. But no IFBB pro has ever opened up, because they were always restricted. They were told not to talk about it. Because they want bodybuilding to be mainstream. They want bodybuilding to be mainstream so that it can go on TV again one day. Fuck off. How is something ever going to be mainstream if it's built on fucking lies? If it's not the truth? Nothing can ever build into something incredible if you don't ever talk about the real fucking shit. So, this whole saying here, I don't lie, I don't cheat, I don't steal. I ain't gonna ever fucking do it again. I did them all. I have fucked up a lot in my life, but I learned. So I don't lie, cheat, and steal anymore. Just honest as fuck. And if you don't like it, I'm sorry, fuck off. I don't like to be mean about it. I don't mean it from a negative situation. I'm just saying like this. In my head, that's how it was working. But if it's like, if you and I don't get along, it's not that I have to degrade you or downplay you. I just have to remove you and you remove me and we go our separate ways and it's fine. No need to talk down about each other. We just separate. You still have to go make money for your family and I still have to go do my thing for my family. no need. So that's how I looked at it, and I'm gonna say what I wanna say. So the All American Roughneck, I was like, man, I'm gonna do it. I was like, but I don't know anything about websites. I don't know anything about graphic design. I don't know anything on how to print a fucking t-shirt. I just know I got these feelings inside of me and I want them to come out. Just like a lot of you guys, how you have thoughts and feelings about things, but don't know how to bring them to fruition, or how do I do this? That motherfucker right there, Bob. Some of you guys have met him. I met Bob in 2000. I met him before. We worked together at Isolator Fitness, but in 2015, when I had this, I was like, bro, I got this idea, but I need somebody to build websites. I need somebody to be able to design t-shirts. I need somebody to be able to like work a computer because I can't fucking do it. And I was like, but I also can't pay you any money. I don't have a whole lot, dude. And he's like, I don't have any money either. I was like, all right, cool. We went over the ideas. We still have pictures from the first time we sat down and like came up with this logo. It was an awesome time. But I was like, hey, dude, I was like, listen, I can't give you no fucking money. But if this works, if this turns into something that I actually believe it can be, I'll give you fucking half of everything I do. He's like, well, half of nothing's nothing, but a half of something is something. So let's fucking go, dude. So he and I, we lived 4 hours apart. He lived in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and I lived near Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And he'd drive into town every 2 weeks, and we'd do photos, we'd do all our content, everything that you guys see, that's what we would do. And we did it while we both worked jobs. So that's how All American Roughneck started. And when we did it, I was like, man, we're gonna be honest, we're gonna be open, we're gonna be something to the industry that nobody's seen, nobody's felt. I want people to feel the shit. I want them to know I'm here. I'm gonna be the fucking bearded, hardworking motherfucker that I am, and if people don't like me, they can change the fucking channel. And he's like, I like that, let's do it. So we did, we started the videos, started doing some training videos. But I wanted to do the steroids, drugs, and life. Steroids, drugs, and life, because in bodybuilding, steroids are real, they exist. In life, everybody knows that, motherfucker, you're gonna get hit by a bus at some point and you're not gonna know what the fuck to do. Everybody goes through times where they are lost in their relationship, their employment, their home life with the fucking loved ones, everything. That's why like the whole entire life part comes in. And then the drugs part, I mean, fuck, dude. Drugs can fuck up your life. They were a big part of my life in negative ways. But you gotta live and you gotta learn and you gotta understand. So that video we did, in the beginning, people really didn't want it to happen. Bob and I talked about it. And then I was like, I asked a few other people that I knew, I was like, do you guys think I should do this video? And they were like, no, you're gonna get blackballed and nothing good's gonna come of it. I'm like, you don't think I should do it? And they're like, no. And I'm like, Bob, what do you think? And he's like, I think we should do it. I'm like, we're gonna do it, fuck it. So, remember when I said when I was 17 years old, I saw that fucking hole in the industry? This was when I was gonna fill that fucking hole. So I had to be okay with what was gonna occur. All the consequences that were gonna come with it. The people that were gonna kind of fucking distance themselves from me. The people that were gonna be like, no, Seth, you shouldn't be doing that. But we live in this social media era now where I don't fucking need you. So I'm gonna do it. And I'm gonna do it because there are too many fucking people out there doing dumb, uneducated fucking shit and not protecting themselves. They're hurting themselves, and I'm gonna be the motherfucker to do it. So we did it. And this is what occurred. People loved it. People gravitated towards it. They were just like, holy fuck, give me more. I'm like, all right, let's go. And then we got phone calls that told us to stop doing it, and we told them to fuck off, and it was great. So that was like the first step of me stop giving a fuck. Because the reason that we do this and the reason that we put out videos isn't to stroke my own ego. It's so that you guys learn and you guys become better and you guys become something that you didn't even believe you could at one point. So after all that, we continued to go down the road of building All American Roughneck. Axe and Sledge, me working with all the different supplement companies that I have. Axe and Sledge became, at that point, with I was with Blackstone Labs, I was with Primeval Labs, and whenever I left Primeval Labs, that was the time whenever I decided that it was time for me to do my own thing. But therein lies, the reasons that I left those was because it was no longer a fit for me. I wanted to do my own thing. I wanted to become my own person, and I was willing to fucking risk a whole lot of money and risk anything to see if I could do it. So I found out what it would take to do it, and then I decided that I was going to. But what makes my company different than anybody else's company? Look at all these fucking supplements in here. There's a ton. There's a ton on every fucking store. There's a ton on the internet. You could buy them anywhere. But what makes mine so special? That 17-year-old kid. I dreamed of one day having a supplement company. Sometimes we have these crazy dreams, and maybe one day they'll come true. So I dreamed of doing it. And I was like, if I do it, I'm going to make them really good. So Axe and Sledge, what makes them different? I said that hydraulic fuel pump, that's our flagship product. That's the one that's my baby. It has 5 patented ingredients in it. Why did we go with patented ingredients? Because you can't get any better, you can't get any higher level of quality than patented ingredients. So why don't everybody use them? Because they're fucking expensive. It's tough to do. And I saw that as being like, okay, then that's how I'm gonna build my supplement brand. I'm gonna create things that if I was a kid, I would want them to be that. The upper echelon, the best that they could be. That's what we did. That's what we do with every single product that we have. It's anything that you see me do, there's something behind it. Like the behind it is like, okay, I have 2 kids, and they're the most beautiful things in the world, just like everybody feels about their own kids. But I have to be a fucking role model. I have to be the best that I can be for them so that they have something to look up to. I also have my both of my parents, my mom and my dad. I want my parents to be proud of me whenever they look at what I do. And how proud can you be of someone whenever you are knowingly being a fucking shitbag? You can't. Like, I don't want my kids to look at me like, oh, Seth is, he's intense and he talks about all these crazy things about drugs and steroids and this and that and all this. Yeah, but I ain't fucking lying. You really think I want my kids to look at me as a fucking liar? Nope. Absolutely not. I want them to look up to me and know that I work my fucking balls off every day of the week. They know that they can rely on me for anything that they need, and they know that no one is going to fuck with them. Because it goes back to me saying, like, I don't just love my kids, I fucking love my kids. If I don't like something, I don't like, kind of not like it, I fucking hate it, I ain't gonna deal with it. That mentality is what I drag into everything that I do. And plus, I love supplements. I'm going to take my supplements. You're going to literally buy my supplements and ingest them into your body. What kind of a fucking person am I if I make something and rip you the fuck off? Kind of makes me a piece of shit. Right? I ain't like that. I wasn't born to be that. I was not put on this planet to do that. It's not going to work for me, so I don't. We did a podcast earlier with Joe, and there's going to be some lapse with everything, but Joe asked a really good question. Like, how did I get to this point to not give a fuck and do the right thing? Nobody's really asked me that question publicly, never really talked about it, but some people in here, if you watched all my videos, I have a really beautiful fiance now. I was married previously. So Joe asked me how I got to this point of being this person, not giving a fuck. Because whenever I got rid of that person and I became a single father with my kids 24/7, 365, full custody, I had to be mom and dad, I had no fucking clue what I was doing. But I had to figure it the fuck out. I had to make sure that I had 2 people that relied on me. And along that's whenever I broke. I broke. My 2 kids, they'd cry with me at nighttime because they didn't have their mom no more, because their mom was gone, just cooked, still alive, but really didn't think too much about it. Something else took over that person, and that person was having some serious issues that needed to go take care of it. So in my hopes and dreams of that person becoming better, That's great, that's their issue. They need to go become better, and I need to take care of this right now because this is very important. So, people ask me like how I don't give a fuck, or why, like when I get called a name, it doesn't bother me. It's because I broke. Like anything that you're gonna say to me, or any names that someone can call me, small bald, small dick, juice head, dwarf troll, you know, all these things that they call on Instagram or fucking YouTube and the people trying to hurt my feelings, fuck you. I already broke. One of the worst things that could happen to me in my life already occurred. I would say that the only thing that could be worse would be someone's child passing away. Like, that shit's not supposed to fucking happen in life. That's rough shit. But when it comes to this, you ain't gonna say nothing that hurts me. Fuck you. So that's why I do what I do. I do what I do because I have 2 kids that I have to make sure I'm a good role model. I have 2 parents that I want to make sure that they're proud of me and everything that I do. I don't give a fuck. You're not going to hurt me. And when I say like my team and the people that I welcome into my circle, and my circle is very fucking small, don't fuck with my people. That's the same way you should feel about yours. That's how I became this person. It was heavy, it was intense. But it built me into this person, and every single situation in my life has put me into this position. And I tell you what, I'm in a really fucking great position right now. I'm in an awesome point in my life because of all the fucking situations that I've made it through, all the adversity. Everything that I went through has put me to be right here in front of all you, halfway around the fucking world. And that is awesome. And if you think for a second that I'm not gonna smile and love every minute, every moment, every person, shake your hand, stand for fucking hours, you're out of your mind. I'm gonna love every fucking second of it because I know how bad things can be and I know how great things can be. And I'm gonna choose the fucking good every time. I'm not gonna let someone bring me down. I'm not gonna let somebody tell me I can't do something. I'm not gonna let anybody try to push negativity on what I'm doing because I absolutely love it. I'm filling that hole that was there when I was 17 and I saw it. And it might be done with some pizzazz or some intensity, a little bit of things that people are uncomfortable with. But that's what's gonna get through to everybody. That's why, you know, whenever we put out a video and you see me on, and I go and read the comments and how excited everybody is, I'm like, man, this is awesome. Your day just became better from listening to me or watching a video. You're going to go home with a smile on your face or go to the gym and tell your training partner about all this cool shit that you guys get to do together. Motherfucker, that's what it's about. You're feeling it. You're spreading the intensity. You're spreading the positivity. That's why I do what I do. That's why I love it. And that's why I don't think I'm ever gonna stop. I'm 34 years old. I've been through a whole lot. I've made it to this point in my life where it is just, my life is nothing but absolute positivity. I've met great people along the way. I know I'm gonna continue to. There'll be some people that are shitbags, but that's okay. Just say hi, be nice, be polite, be well-mannered, and then leave them alone and walk away. Go do you. Go enjoy your life. Do the good. So it's all about the intensity of life is very intense, but it is what you make it. You have a choice every day. And I'm glad that you guys watched the videos of me. That's a choice as well. Coming here was a choice. Everything, you control everything that you do. When you start doing things that don't make you happy or fall into something or settle for something, that's whenever all of a sudden, a little piece of you gets tied up. Don't let it all happen. Make sure you enjoy everything you're doing in your life. So, a little intense. You'll hear some of it in Joe's podcast over there. We just did, it was really good. He intensified some things. But, I can't thank you guys enough for making all this possible. This is incredible. Incredible, I love it. And one of the things Neve even asked, he's like, people are amazed at how you stay so positive all the time. So I stay positive because I know how great things can be. And along the way, I've met a lot of really cool people. Every single person in this room right now has something to offer the rest of the world. Otherwise, you wouldn't fucking be here. So don't take advantage of it. Don't squander it. Know that you're worth something. Know that you got something. Pull it the fuck out and provide it to the people that love you in your life. That's the good shit. Whenever you hear me say like, that's good shit, that's the good shit. You should search for it every day. You should find what makes you happy and do it. Like I was joking around, like the cool thing about the internet and everything, like if that good shit that you need to find that makes you tick, if you find if your thing that gets you off is turning on and off light switches, like that's what you like. Kind of fucked up, but that's okay, it's you. The internet has provided it so that you can find another person that gets off on turning off light switches just like you, and you guys can become friends. Might only find like 3 or 4, but it's still fucking possible. But that's the good shit. That's what you find. That's what gravitates you. That's what makes you tick. Find those things and make them come to life. You know, if the only thing you need to pull out of this is make sure that you find value in every person that you meet. You know, one of my good friends back home, we were talking about on the podcast, Jeff Galia, JG, not very smart guy, but he's able to find the good in every single situation. And people are amazed at how positive I am all the time. It's because I know how bad things can be, but also because, why not? People are in way worse situations. If you're going through a rough time in your life, it's okay. Keep working. Just keep working. I looked at life as, I don't have problems, I just have work. I don't have problems. I have to make more money. Okay, go to work. Okay, gotta make more money, go to work. My kids are healthy, they can go to school. They're not sick, they're not dying. Everything's good. I don't have problems, I just need to work. Opportunity rates, okay, more work, that's fine. I don't have problems, I have to just do more work. And I'm not afraid of work. That's where the whole hardworking motherfucker thing comes from. Be the best motherfucker you can be, and that's it. Everything will start to work itself out. Don't be afraid to try new things. Pull the best out of yourselves and you'll be amazed at what happens. Absolutely amazed. And then, you know, I'll leave on the note that at this point in my life, I've achieved a lot. More things than I ever thought I would do. I honestly didn't think I'd come to Australia to do this. So I'm already exceeding things that I dreamt of. And that kind of scares the shit out of me sometimes. That makes me think, holy fuck, this is gonna get really serious. But that's good because that means I'm alive. That means that I'm outside of my actual comfort zone or dreams. That means that I actually can do things that are even wilder than my wildest dream. So fucking A right, I'm gonna keep on going. So that's why like I say, I'm fortunate to be here, not afraid of the work, and I'm gonna keep on fucking keeping on. I love it. And I'm also gonna make sure that I take some of the good shit that I learned here, a lot of the insulting, what is that? A bunch of bloody pooftas. That's what this is, that's this whole group here, huh? Good job. They won't know what the hell it means, and it's gonna be awesome. So that's it. But no, I appreciate you guys coming.